Beautiful people of Berlin and all over the world, it's time for Schöneberg's #1 English language comedy night, broadcasting live on the internet to the four corners of the globe. It's Go West Comedy, online edition.
Well, hello everybody. How are you? Hello. It is Ben McLean.
Hello.
Live for our 4th ever Go West Comedy online edition, and I have with me, of course, my fabulous co-host Simone Hudson. Hello, Simone. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Great. I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thanks. You might be wondering, and people at home might be wondering, the decor at Ben's apartment is a little bit different than the previous online editions. It's even more homoerotic and even more fabulous than usual. So because I didn't have functioning internet at home today, the wonderful people at AHA have welcomed me, and I'm sitting on the AHA stage for the show tonight. This is very exciting, coming to you live from our home, and I have with me the beloved AHA torso. So this is no typical evening. Things are off to a good start. And you might have noticed as well that Simone is in a slightly different location. And that is because she is in a little thing I like to call quarantine in New Zealand. So Simone went back home to see her family for a little bit, and once you get back there, you have to go into quarantine. So she's going to tell us all about that in a moment. I just wanted to say we're back online for this show. We didn't know if we would do an online show or if we would have live shows again, but everyone knows the situation here in Berlin. We had a couple live shows, August and September. We managed to pull those off and they went fine. And then last month we were going to do an online show, or a live show rather, here at AHA, and then we had to cancel it because of the whole situation. So we're online again, where everything is safe and we're all good to go. And Simone's going to tell you a little bit about the kind of show we've got lined up for you tonight.
Yes, exciting. I'm excited all the way from here. We've got, again, 4 amazing Berlin top comedians on our show tonight. Most of them are live sets, but we've also got a video. Ben McLean and I are also still battling it out for our lip sync. Your song mind, your knowing the song names of songs ready if you want to win any prizes at all. So we encourage everyone to comment in the chat group, because that way you can win prizes. And that way we can just know that you're there, and it's really nice if we know that people are there, so we can have a good time together. I'll try to chat back, but see how it goes. We'll be reading your comments along the way, don't you worry. And of course there is this tonight, we are donating to AHA because they're fabulous and that's our venue, and they are a long-standing gay bar that's been around and supported for so many years. So there'll be a link for PayPal to Go West Comedy PayPal,
Yes.
And then we hand that over to AHA. Don't worry, we're not taking that.
So here's the info right here. You can just go to paypal.me/GoWestComedy, and then we'll be watching that throughout the evening to see all the avalanche of donations coming in. We'll keep you posted on that. And like Simone said, all of the money goes to our nonprofit home, AHA, here in Berlin, Schöneberg. So Simone, you're living through something right now. It's not many people are going through it. We think it's hard just being in lockdown in Berlin when we're stuck at home. And there isn't much to do. We can't hang out with our friends as much, can't go to bars, can't go dancing and things, but you are living the real quarantine life in New Zealand. So tell me all about that. Tell us all about that. What's it been like, your trip down, and what's it like being stuck in that hotel?
Sure. Well, I flew out to New Zealand, a very short flight, just 25 hours. And on the airline actually made us kind of wear a double protective situation, which I didn't mind. There was a mask and then there was a face shield. But the problem was sometimes you take your mask off to eat and you'd forget that the face shield was there. So you'd be a little bit like, oh no, there's a face shield, and have to go underneath it. So that was quite funny. And even though there wasn't really a lot of people on the plane, I still I did have a little bit of a panic when there was someone directly behind me. I was like, it's too close, and so I would move. And then I arrived, and I'd already been sort of told that there would be military waiting to hustle you directly a certain way and into a bus. It was military, and I was like, "What's going on?" And it wasn't until we got to the hotel. No. So yeah, I got shipped away to Hamilton. Actually, it's nicknamed the Tron or Capital Chlamydia. But yeah, it's actually, I'm looking onto a river. I cannot complain. The windows do not open because there were a lot of escapees. Actually, there were quite a few escapees in New Zealand for no reason at all. They would escape and then go to a supermarket and then walk back, or they'd do a Rapunzel situation with putting sheets together and shimmy down the 4-story hotel. It is a luxury situation. You get handed 3 meals at your door per day. You can actually go outside to a sectioned area 2 times a day or even more. We're allowed now to go out at any time between 8:30 and 4:30. So look, it's a luxury prison for sure. And I keep myself busy. There is one thing though, I do have to see a nurse every day, and they go through the symptoms every time, like looking concerningly at each symptom at me, whether I nod my head or don't. And they do ask a question, every time, has anyone visited your room? Like I'm some sexual deviant. And I'm just like, no, I've got my vibrator toys. I don't need someone in my room. Why would I do that? So yes, no, it's all very easy so far, so good. I mean, I'm coming into a country that has it's almost COVID free, so can't complain. A little 2-week hotel stint.
Did you hear about there's a chef, a New Zealander who just went back to New Zealand, and on Instagram, he's taking the food that you guys get brought to your door in the hotel and he's replating it to make all the quarantine food look super fancy. So
yeah. I should have probably thought about that, actually. It's a great idea. Yeah.
It's not, from the sounds of it, you're busy with other things. We don't need all the details. So yeah, okay. No, we wish you all the best there. We miss you, and stay safe down there, and stay away from the chlamydia. It's nice when there's a city that's known for being the capital of chlamydia.
Yeah.
Hamilton, New Zealand. We will remember it for that. Now, but before you left for your trip to New Zealand, Hamilton, hopefully there's no one from Hamilton watching this show today. Anyhow, you'll have like a protest in front of your hotel.
It probably is. I'm sorry. I know I'm joking. It's an old term. Yeah.
We love Hamilton. So before you left for your trip, though, you put together some of your legendary lip sync videos. And for those of you who don't know, the lip sync halftime show has become a tradition at Go West. It's something that Simone kicked off. She's an incredible lip syncer. You have to come and see her on stage sometime at the live show. But for the online version of this extravaganza, she's going to be doing two songs, 2 lip syncs in a video. And you can win a prize. But sometimes people get confused by the rules. So first of all, this is only valid for people who are watching this as a live stream. If you're one of the millions of people watching this afterwards, I'm sorry, we can't get the prizes. And what you need to do is wait until the 2 songs are wait until the second song has begun. And then in one comment on our Facebook feed for the video, put the titles of the 2 songs. That's all we need to know. The 2 songs, not one song at a time, but both songs in one post when the second song starts. Okay, so that's important to remember. And then you get an amazing prize, which I'm only going to reveal after you guys put in the effort to guess the songs. So on that note, I think it's time for us to reveal your masterpieces, Simone. I don't know, did you want to say anything about them, or you want to let them speak for themselves?
I just so if you're over 60, I recommend not watching. Or if you're, just over 60 really. Just be ready. Just be ready.
Okay, they're amazing. Let's do this. Get everything queued up here, and off we go.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave. So sexy it hurts, and I am too sexy for the land, too sexy for the land, New York and Japan. I am too sexy for your party, too sexy for your party, the way I'm disco dancing. I'm a model, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk, yeah, I do my little turn on the catwalk.
I said certified free, 7 days a week, wet ass pussy, make that pull out game green. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop to this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a kegel, roll inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. Pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. That's your play, I read the skies. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream. I don't public, make the scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me. Jump out when you let it get inside of me. I tell her where to put it, never tell her where I'm about to be. I'll burn down on the bar, I have a nigga running me. Talk your shit, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you ride that dick. Why you really ain't never got a fucking for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now,
So that is the legendary Simone Hudson doing her one-of-a-kind lip sync performances. That's why we were talking briefly before the show that our moms wanted to watch tonight, and probably we were finding ways to discourage them from doing that. So amazing, Simone. Amazing as always. And you always pick songs with like such complicated lyrics. I just have songs that have like the same 5 words over and over and over again. That's really my recipe for success. But awesome job. Now I see we do have some comments that have come in.
This is a song I had to take. Yes. Not any. Oh.
Oh.
Who's? Are you
no,
doing
I'm
that?
not. This is our technical our technical support here. Okay, cool. That works as well. I'm looking this person in the face right now. Very good. That's how it works. There's some chores in this house. I love that comment. That's fantastic. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so we do have a winner, and that winner is Mike,
in the house.
Our technical
and I'd
support
be doing them, I tell you
for
what.
this evening at AHA. So everyone, I'm going to give a round of applause here for Mike because he's doing us a big favor by letting us come in this evening to do the show here. It's only fair that he gets this prize, and I want to show the amazing assortment of prizes. we are known for having some incredible prizes. And this is the first one. This is what you're going to get, Mike. You get an advent calendar, you get a chocolate bar, an aloe vera face mask, and of course a Go West comedy postcard, which is might be valuable someday. And I blacked out the names of the brands because I don't want people to get jealous, because it really is really top end stuff here that we give as prizes. So great. Well, I think that's the show can only how can we beat that? How can we beat that first performance? And we're gonna try to do that though with our first performer, who I'm gonna line up here. And this lady, she moved to Berlin a few months ago, just in time for the pandemic. And I've seen her perform out there a number of times. We're so excited to have her. And here she is. Where is she? What's going on here now? What is going on?
Oh
my
hey!
God.
Oh hey!
Oh, hey,
Hi,
Sarah.
hi.
Hey,
I've
Sarah
been
Kilbride.
working on that curtain entrance for like 3 weeks, folks. This is like the most exciting thing to happen to my flat in a long time.
This is that was a reveal. That was a very worthy reveal, and
Thank
as a venue here where we have a lot to do with top quality drag talent, that a reveal is always in order.
It's necessary, yeah.
How are you?
Sorry.
How are you keeping though?
Just the normal things. Just like giving my succulents lots of haircuts.
Exciting.
Things like that. Got the sanitizer here just in case. You never know.
Protect yourself from yourself. I think that's, you never know. So
yeah. Just that kind of thing.
Caution's the way to go right now. So very good. Simone, did you have anything you wanted to say before we hand the floor over to Tara?
No, I was just going to have a little intro. Tara is the international performer that's performed. Originally, she has been a performance artist, a contemporary dancer. Now she's a stand-up comedian, and she's in Berlin. Thank you. Please welcome Tara Kilbride.
Woo!
All yours, Tara.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for being here. Like I said, this is like one of the most exciting things to happen in my flat for a long time. Lockdown number 2. Yeah, second time's a charm. For me, actually, not that much has changed. I was working from home part-time before it was trending. The thing is I've never been really good at getting like a good job. Like I remember back in college, my friend Nikki told me, she said, Tara, listen, if you want to be successful in life, you just got to find something that nobody else wants to deal with and get good at it. So pre-lockdown, I was working with children, specifically German children, the most horrible human beings. Like their parents, they'd send the kids to me and they'd ask me to teach them English. And I'd be like, listen, parents, if you're going to send me the most annoying German speakers, I'm going to send them back talking like the most annoying English speakers. So all of a sudden, little Greta at the dinner table is going, excuse me, we ordered more schnitzel a while ago. Give me the manager. They send me a Greta, and I sent them back a Karen. Thanks for being here. I can see some of you are wearing your nice pajama pants tonight. That's a good touch. Appreciate it. What else do I want to tell you? I got sober. Cheers all around. I say that in the States and people cheer, and you say that in Berlin and people go, why? American beer tastes like pee. I remember the first beer that I ever tried was called Natural Ice, made in Wisconsin. Not to be confused with also made in Wisconsin, unnatural ice, also known as methamphetamines. Both very popular. Yeah, Wisconsin's in a rough state right now. They got 2 kinds of zombies going on. They got the methamphetamine zombies and they got the COVID zombies, which is just middle-aged white guys and still wearing their MAGA hats, going, our leader told us not to let it run our lives. It's pretty intense over there in Wisconsin. So yeah, like Ben said, I got out just in time, came over here. And the thing is I actually don't mind lockdown. Like there's nobody else around. Totally alone. The world feels like it's falling apart. It's just like childhood. I've literally been preparing my coping skills for 35 years for this. My problem started young. I grew up an only child, or as my mom likes to say, a surprise gift from God. Still processing that one. You know, when you're an only child, it's rough. When you're an only child and broke, it's even worse. Like you have to invent so many imaginary friends because they're cheaper. Like my cousins and I, we used to like to roller skate in the kitchen. We'd have to share one pair of skates for the 5 of us. So I mean, one would skate and the rest of us would just have to like imagine what it might feel like. Whoa. This is like before virtual reality, so it was really hard. My stepfather was a real jerk. He was into pyramid schemes back in the day. Although we were so broke, they were just triangles. Could not afford to fill them in. If you're still with me at this point, like bless you. That's usually when there's like one weirdo in the back laughing. If you're that weirdo, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Not so surprising. I don't date that often. I don't. People are worried about dating and COVID. That's not a problem for me. I've been socially and emotionally distancing for years. And my therapist told me, she said, Tara, I think you're in avoidance. But joke's on her, I blocked her number. Who's an avoidant now? And what the horrible thing is, like when you're an avoidant, you also tend to like seek out and find avoidance. It's a horrible tragedy. Like I'll be early on in the dating process and I'll just be clear. You know, someone will even tell me like, look, like I don't do feelings. I'll be like, don't threaten me with a good time. I will change you. That never works. I've been curious for the longest time, for many years, but like most things in life, never fully committed. I get really awkward. I get uncomfortable. Something just always doesn't work out. Like pre-COVID, I found myself at this hip Berlin basement bar, snuggling up with this woman, and things a little hot and heavy. She looks into my eyes. She touches my face. She goes, "What are you so afraid of?" I didn't know what to say, so I just said, "Ghosts." And flying. Yeah, never heard from her again. A friend of mine told me that they think that they have uncovered my root core of problems with dating in Berlin. They said, "Listen, Tara, I think your problem is that you're a demisexual." It's like, demisexual? Yeah, you can't have sex with anyone unless there's some amount of emotional connection. I was like, yeah, back home we just call that not being a sociopath. Apparently in Berlin, you need to qualify that statement. This is the city where there are actual sex dungeons, and I'm the fucking freak for having feelings. Very strange. I don't mind being in lockdown, like I said. I just don't like coming out of lockdown. Like for me, that's the more awkward part. You know, social events you've been avoiding for the longest time, like all of a sudden seem like a fun time. I was in the States for the first lockdown in Minnesota. And so friends of mine would be like, "Do you want to go to a baby shower?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." Like, how about like a vegan retreat? Sure. And if you go to a couple of, baby showers and vegan cleanses, you want to go back into lockdown. You do. So folks, make the most of it. Be good to each other. Keep bringing out the nice pajama pants from time to time. And hopefully see you on the other side. Thanks a lot. Have a good night.
Thank you, Tara. Thank you so much. That was Tara Kilbright. She's gone back into her top secret hideout location, I think, behind the curtain, waiting for her next online gig. So, but thank you very much, Tara. It sounds like Tara is using this time in the lockdown to prepare for her return to that crazy Berlin dating scene. That's what I'm trying to do. It's nice to have a little break. I think it's sometimes actually not a bad idea to have a bit of a break from the Berlin dating scene. I find it's just super intense. It's super intense. Like there's a lot of pressure to do everything, and it's nice to have a bit of a timeout. But I think I'm reaching the end of my timeout personally. Need to get back out there doing something because it's starting to go a little bit crazy. Very well. That was Tara, and I'm going to put up her social media information here. You can find her on Facebook, and she will be doing all kinds of online shows until we can get back on stage, because she told us she invested in that fancy headset. So obviously now there's no turning back. She's just going to be doing online comedy all the time. So we are just going to keep rolling right along. We have our second performer doing a live set. This guy, he is originally from Israel, and this is his first time performing with us at Go West. So it's time to welcome Mr. Ori Halevi. Hello, Ori.
Hello. Wait, hold on. Oh, look at that.
Exactly.
That's
He's
a reveal.
Ori's like, I am not going to be outdone on this
Yes,
one.
and mine is red. Mine
It's
is
true.
better.
It's true. If you had,
Yeah.
if it were Bedazzled or something, Ori, then I would have given you the win. But I still have to side with Tara on this one, I think.
Oh, damn it. Well, she was the original one.
You know
How
what
you
I'm gonna say?
doing?
I'm doing good. I was just going to say, your curtain game might need a bit of work, but one thing that does not need work is your online comedy game, because I don't think there's anybody on our scene here in Berlin who has made more of the weird opportunities that this whole thing has presented than you with your online shows. Like your online, it's you're performing so much. How's that going? How's it working out?
I just call it saving my relationship. you lock it. You know very well what happens when you lock a comedian in a room for an extended period of time. We have to talk at people.
It's true.
So it's either my relationship suffers or people online. So I do it like at least twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays on my page, and I just try to get some thoughts out, because I'm losing my brain. I can't, the comedy is like the therapy, you go out, you yell at strangers, you feel better about yourself, and you go home. And then when we don't get that, who are we going to yell at? So I'm yelling at the screen. I think it's better.
It's true. We're happy to sacrifice ourselves for the well-being of your relationship. So
I appreciate that.
But without any further ado, we'll hand the stage over to you. Everyone out there, please welcome to your homes on our Go West Online edition, Mr. Ori Halevi.
Hello. It was weird. I'm all by myself now. How you guys doing? Hope you are doing well out there in second quarantine. It's so weird to be in second quarantine, right? Have you noticed that people are not freaking out as much like the first quarantine? I realized that the second quarantine is like having a second child. Like, I don't have any of them, but the first child, I've got nephews, and I've got friends who are stupid enough to have kids. So they're like, the first kid is always like, oh my God, what's the color of the poop? We have to share it on the group in the WhatsApp, call the parents. This is the same thing as the first lockdown. It's like everybody, we need toilet paper. We need the food. It's going to run out. Everybody went insane. And like the second lockdown, we're like, let's fucking just die already. Second children always get us like, well, nobody cares anymore. Nobody's going. I went to the supermarket and there's toilet paper everywhere. Like nobody, like no one is even older people are like, I'll use a leaf. It's autumn. I don't care. So, I'm trying to get myself entertained throughout this whole thing. It's just getting boring. Like I'm doing the same routine all the time. And I'm watching a few things on TV. One was the election. I never watch politics. I hate politics. I don't give a shit. I think we're all, everything is really settled. Nobody asks the people really what they think, because we're dumb. Just don't ask us, But they're giving us these little elections from time to time. And I think that, it's like I watched the Trump-Biden thing because it's like the World Cup of politics. I don't watch soccer at all, but then there's like the World Cup. So, somebody's like, all the people are like going to bars and you have to watch this. They did so much to kick the ball. And like, all right, I'll watch one. So, and Trump is such a perfect supervillain, and Biden is like 007, only a pedophile. No, I'm sorry. He's just a weird, I don't know. I don't think he's a good human being, but that's just my perception on him. But, he's better than Trump. That's for sure. You know, it's. I think that, you know, I'm very happy Trump went home. I'm from Israel. You know, it's not. I don't have the same stake as, but you know, this guy was not good, and everybody knows it. You know. So, but here's what I think. I think that maybe they're not going to let him back because they know that he may come back, and he's like this. You know, he managed to rile up the people nobody wants to rile up in America. You know what I mean? The people who have easy access to guns and not a lot of access to university. You know what I mean? So these people, you know, they're kind of dangerous. And this Trump guy is like able to rile them up. So I kind of think that the government, you know, the CIA, usually when there's like presidents they don't like, they tend to get rid of them. The only problem is you can't really shoot you know, Trump, because some guy will go, did you kill the president? Even if he shoots himself by accident, they're all going to be like, they killed the president, civil war. So I think that what they're going to do is they're going to try and poison his McDonald's. You know, I mean, granted, McDonald's is already poisoned, but, you know, they're going to poison it even more. So he's going to, you know, develop some disease and then he can't blame anybody for anything. But, you know, usually it's a problem because how do you poison somebody's food? You need somebody on the inside. In this case, they know they have an easy in. Melania Trump. She wants this guy gone. And if you give her the option of, you know, oh, you know, it's an accident. Whoa, I didn't know what they're, you know, he just got a disease and he died. And the CIA and her will be like, high five, boom. And then she inherits the millions, which she will then give to not his children. Anyway, so that's I don't know. That's the scenarios that run in my head. Now there's a vaccine. Pfizer said 90%. That was funny to me that they said 90%, which is probably a made up thing anyway. I mean, you know how when you're a kid, you come back from school and your parents, if they don't see your grades, you kind of tell them it's a bit better. So that's probably what they did in the first place. They're like, it's 80%, but say 90. It sounds good. You know, only 10% of people will just get horrible diseases in the third year or whatever. And then the other company came in and they were like, we're 95. And then Pfizer's like, oh, no, it's 95. You're not trusted by me at this point. You can't just change a number, a scientific number of things that you've researched for months and suddenly say, we're like the other guys. I'm not taking that vaccine. I'm sorry. It's insane. I also think that people just generally are not really, not really into taking the vaccine. Even, you know, like my mom's 80 and she's like, I don't think I'm going to take this because she's smart. Not I'm saying that the vaccine is not a good thing to take, but it takes years to see what the side effects are. You know, you see all these Armageddon movies like, oh, I'm going to save everyone in the sake of everything. How about I give you a small injection to see if you have a massive headache? No. You know, nobody wants to take it. You know, and the funny thing about it is like, the people who are going to have to take it are people in risk groups already, you know, and older people and doctors and all that kind of stuff. But then how will we know what the side effects are? You know, because, oh my God, this person just got Alzheimer's. It's a side effect. No, he was 85. That's not a side effect. Yes, it was. You know, all these anti-vaccine people will freak out. And then you have the conspiracy people who believe, you know, there's all sorts of conspiracies. I'm Jewish, so I follow the Jewish ones. They're more entertaining to me. So that the Jews spread corona in the world to crash the world economy. And now we're giving people vaccines in order to put a chip in their brain to control them. Now, you know, of course, it's all bullshit, but let me tell you one thing, you know, so these people are not taking the vaccine. But let me tell you, if you're watching this for some reason right now, and you're one of those people that believes that insane crap, maybe a Jewish person controlling your brain wouldn't be the best, you know, the worst thing that can happen to you. You know, maybe, you know, your bank account will get a bit better, you know, maybe it'll grow a little smarter, you know. So the worst thing that will happen that you may have a very strong instinct to cut off the edge of your penis. I don't think it's that bad. Anyway, I think that was my time. I hope you liked I made your time a little bit better. And that's all I can do other than scream it at the screen. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yay! Fake applause.
Ori, of course we would break out the fake applause for you. Of
nice.
course. Goodness gracious. You deserve it. No,
Thank you.
I really,
Thank you.
this will be a great, this will be a great feed for people to watch afterwards. Because if they're just like, oh, I'm just going to fast forward to the middle, and then it'll be like Ori with like Jewish conspiracies and like anti-vaxxing.
Yeah.
Anyhow, good stuff. That's what I'm going to ask. Again, I'm going to ask my mom to fast forward to that part. It's funny. It made me think of a conversation I had with my mom just before the show tonight, because we were talking about the vaccine, and she's like, I don't know if I want that Chinese vaccine. And I'm like, Mom, we're not getting the Chinese vaccine. The Chinese vaccine's only in China. Anyhow,
If you get a vaccine at home and it says made in China, I would maybe reconsider any
Indeed.
vaccine of that point.
yeah, that one, of all the ones, that would be the one at the bottom of my list. But anyhow, this is when the feed dies because we get hacked or something. But anyhow, good times. So that was Mr. Ori, and I'm going to put Ori's socials up here. So you can find him on Facebook, and you can find out all about his online shows, as we were discussing before. He's often on, you said at least twice a week, Ori, eh?
Mondays and Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. usually, if I wake up at time.
Okay. And it's something like, if you want to get stuff off your chest, or you have some funny things you want Ori to kind of riff off of, then
Yeah,
you can
I talk basically, and then you write me comments, and I riff on your comments, and we have like a funny conversation. It's pretty cool. Come check it out.
So it's a very interactive show. Thanks a lot, Ori, and
Thank you.
Stay
Great show.
healthy. Thank you very much,
You
and
too.
we'll see you on here with us again sometime soon. We'll see you on your shows as well. We look forward to seeing you online.
Would love to. Thank you very much.
Okay, take care. It's all about the curtain effects tonight. It's all about the curtains. So I just wanted to, Simone. Now, we saw your videos before, and they were very impressive. But like you said at the very
Yes.
beginning of the show, there is a friendly rivalry here
Just a quick
between
question.
us, and that means that it's time for me to reveal my lip syncs. But before I do that, one thing I would like to do is remind people that everyone involved in the show tonight is giving their time free of charge, so that we can raise money for our home, AHA. So if you're enjoying the performances tonight, and I think we've seen some amazing live sets so far, please donate at paypal.me/GoWestComedy, and 100% of that money is going to go directly to AHA, so that they can keep all their activities going for the LGBTQIA plus community here in Berlin. So without any further ado, I'm going to put the rules up again. Sorry, yes, yeah.
Can I just butt in there? I'd just like to say that Ben has been thrashing me on the lip sync battle with his lip sync videos. So I tried to do a green screen. I just couldn't do it. Look, because technology does figure out sometimes. So I am very excited. We're all excited. His last video shocked everyone. Ace of Base. It was a winner. So
Well, that's
really
very sweet of you,
looking forward to
Simone. You've raised the expectations very
this.
high.
Commenting with, like,
And just for everyone to remember, so there are going to be two songs that I or a celebrity special guest will perform, and you need to put one comment in the Facebook video feed with the names of the two songs. And it's not going to be Mike from AHA who's going to be the person who's going to unless Mike is the only one who says it. If Mike is the only one who pipes up, then Mike, that's his reward for helping us tonight. But anyhow, so remember, wait until the second song is up, and now I'm going to get ready here to get all geared up. And let's see here. So, all you beautiful people out there, let's get ready to watch this.
God?
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig.
If you want my future, forget my past.
If you wanna get with me, better make it fast. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together, we could be just fine. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, but that's the way it is. What you think about that? Now you know how I feel.
Say you could handle my love, are you for real? I won't be hasty, I'll give you a try. If you really bug me, then I'll say goodbye. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I wanna really, really, really wanna zig a zig.
If you wanna be my lover.
Oh my goodness. The lessons learned from what I take away from those videos is that I have way too much time on my hands. Way too much time on my hands. But I also just want to say something very quickly, and that is by bringing together the Spice Girls for that performance, I realized one thing, and that is Posh did not sing at all in that song. Posh did not sing. We knew it.
Didn't she?
No, there's no. You watch her; she doesn't sing at all. There are no singing parts. Anyhow, sorry.
Well, maybe she was just there to look good. So we have a winner, Karsten Fabian.
Okay.
It says like a prayer and wannabe. That is correct.
Fantastic.
Would you like to tell him the prizes?
I will tell him the prizes.
Christ. Carl Clancy said Christ. That's about it. That's all right. Carl.
I don't know if that was a good thing. It was a spiritual experience. That's what Madonna was trying to give you people with that first performance.
It was amazing, Ben.
Thank you.
I cannot compete with that until I get my technology game up.
I'm telling you, Simone, no one can compete with you when it comes to lip syncing. You actually do, but you know how to do the words. That's very important part of lip syncing. So,
no.
Let's talk about these prizes, because Karsten worked hard for that win. So once again, the reveal. We have a beautiful advent calendar. We have a hyaluronic acid face mask.
Catherine. Sorry.
Catherine. And you also will be getting some chocolate. This hat is not part of the gift package. I just want to make that very clear. That's a Go West. That was just to make the picture pretty. And again, I've blanked out the brands because if they want to sponsor us at some point, sponsor AHA and benefit from the hundreds of people tuned in, then they'll just have to pay the price and sponsor, you know? So we ain't doing this for free. That's what I'm saying. So, Simone has dropped out of the broadcast. She'll join us again in a moment. This is what happens when we have people participating from the other side of the planet. But we are going to keep moving right along with our next performer, who I'm not sure if he is ready. This guy, you guys know him. We've had him as a headliner at Go West. He is an absolute hoot, and I love his style of comedy. It's so unique, and he's doing all kinds of different projects all over the city, podcasts, Radio Speckhof, among others. And we're going to bring him up here. Daniel Stern. Is Daniel Stern? Oh God, you guys, I'm telling you, you're not disappointing. You're not disappointing tonight. None of you, every single one of you. I'm going to bring Simone back in here.
All right.
Doesn't get out.
Simone, are you with us from Kiwiland, from Chlamydia capital of New Zealand? Yes, you're with us.
Another curtain.
I've put a lot of work into set design.
Get into those curtains tonight.
Set
It's all
writing,
absurd.
I did not really. I generally, I thought there'd be one. I thought it's fine. There's a lot of funny stuff going on right now.
There's a lot of crazy shit going down, and but Dan, you can keep up with it. I know you can.
I try.
And,
I try my. This show has been so good.
Oh, you're very sweet. That's very kind. That's very kind.
This is so fun. I'm so glad I got to watch it, and now I get to be on it too. It's even it's like a bonus.
Well, I mean, and talk about bonus. Talk about the icing on the cake, cherry on the sundae, whatever you want to say. You're our headliner performer tonight. So
cherry on the sundae.
There you go. Exactly.
It actually reminds me of a dream. That's okay. No one wants to hear about that, but it was interesting. And you're like, it's a restaurant, but it's so much more. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's probably best, especially if it were a quarantine dream, a lockdown dream. Don't share those because those get kind of weird sometimes.
Yeah,
they get kind of creepy. You know, we don't want to know what happened with that cherry. So, very good. Well, I think without any further ado, Simone, I'm not sure how's your connection. You're there with us. I love when the internet connection freezes from New Zealand. She's giving a very thoughtful, interested look, and that's what we would expect from her. So I think,
or she's doing like a really weird bit.
It's a bit of duck face coming there. No. We are going to just move
you talking to me?
Yeah, sorry. you talk. No, okay. And she's gone. We're gonna be back in. I guess I shouldn't have made fun of her duck face. That's Simone. She's moody. We all know Simone. Don't cross her. Anyhow, enough about that. Dan, we're delighted to have you. Like I was saying before, you did your curtain reveal. You're a guy who's run all kinds of different formats across the city. You've done one-man shows. You've done.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second? Because on my feed, what I'm watching, my eyes are like popping. Is that coming through to the live feed, or is that just on my monitor? Because I look
beautiful eyes.
I look great.
You know, okay. I'm not going to talk about me because I'm very grateful.
Sorry.
I'm gonna find a way to make this about me. Your eyes do look good. Yes, they do. They do. It's very I would describe your eyes as ethereal. Even.
Thank you.
So, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. So we want the energy coming out of your eyes and also the energy coming out of your mouth. So for that, I'm going to hand it over to you. Please welcome everybody out there, Mr. Daniel Stern.
Thank you. Yes, let's do some mouth energy. All right, let's see. Here's something that happened to me yesterday. I've gotten 6 COVID tests over the last few months because I keep getting like bit parts in movies and television. I can't do stand up, so I'm an actor now, and an incredible thespian, of course. But you'll be like a bartender for 3 seconds on a TV show, and then they do all these tests. So it's really fun getting clean. And I went for a gig yesterday, and I was playing the like creepy, evil boyfriend, maybe murderer guy. I don't want to give away the ending to this student film. But you know, we start the first scene, and the director cuts, and she goes, "Dan, that's a little too creepy." And that's when I said, "Oh, I didn't know you had called action. That was just my face." And that hurt my feelings. I've also I used to do a lot of modeling. Not when I was like young and good looking, and I was amazing, like boy band scrumptiousness. But no, I started modeling when I moved to Berlin and was pretty heavy. My hair was very long. I had a mustache at the time, and I think some people they're like, oh, models are like tall, gorgeous people, but that's like women's ads. In men's advertising, it's not the women's like, you should be more like them. You're a bad, no, men's are like, it's just, do you see that idiot? You're kind of like that. So I would just they'd stick me in a room next to a TV and they'd be like, could you point at that and look like you like it, but you also don't know what it is? I'd be like, oh, it's a square. What's it do? And they'd be like, could you be dumber? And I'm like, I have an American school education. Like I can handle that. So yeah, I would go out for these things. I couldn't speak German. I wouldn't know what the advertisement was even for half the time. I thought I was playing the part of someone's brother. I was in an ad for Brother Copiers. They would ask me, they just show me, you can play piano, right? I'm like, I can ride a horse if you'll pay me. I don't know what's going on here. And I got started in that because I was at a co-working space. I was working on my screenplay, and next door was this woman who was booking models for things. She's like, hey, I have this thing. Maybe we'll take your picture. We'll get it. And she comes back. She's like, you won't believe what happened. They wanted you. And I was like, yeah, of course they did. And then every time she would book me, she'd be like so confused. Like, hey, yeah, so it happened again. And then I looked at her website, and everyone else on there were these like ethereal, androgynous Berlin DJs. And I was just like, I see the confusion. You think I'm disgusting. And she would send me out for these things, and they'd be so insulting. Like, you'd be like, that's what you people think I look like? Like, and I remember the last one I went out for, it was for like a Listerine ad. And you walk into this room, and on one side, there was just I think that they just said, we need a young Beyonce type. And it was just beautiful, young Beyonce's, and then the other side of the room were these sweaty, pimply, disgusting, just like trash men. And you were like, oh, that's me. You ever have the situation where you realize that you've been cast as bad breath? That's what happened to me there. So I used to do that, and then I lost weight, grew the nice beard, I had long hair, and the thing is, I should do this. Like, I had long hair with this situation. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera. That's like a really bad look. That's something that looks good on no one. And yet I just rocked it for years, just thinking like, I think I'm the one guy. You see someone on the bus who's like bald, like the long hair, and it's like, ugh. And you're like, do you have a mirror? I would see that guy, and I would be like, do you have a mirror? Because I should be looking in it with that hair. It is awesome on me. I went out, so I've been looking for work. I went out. I was going to do some voiceover. I'm like, that's like the same thing as comedy, right? And I go into this booth, and they're like, all right, you're like in a video game. I'd be like, cool. Like, make fighting noises. And I was like, yeah. They're like, no, like you're swinging a sword, like whoosh, cut. And they're like, no, try gun noises. I'd be like, bang. They're like, you don't say gun. That's not, and then they're like, just get into it. I'm like, all right, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, take that. And the guy's like, no, that's a totally different job. Okay, I didn't mean to tell any of those stories. I was going to say jokes for a second there, but that's not. What's good about lockdown? You know what? Restaurants are closed, which means we no longer have to bear the cruelty of Berlin customer service. That's like a nice thing, instead of like going to a restaurant and having a waiter be like, how dare you? This is not for you. You clearly don't need to be here. Get out. I'm not giving you a menu. No, it's we just go up, we get our food, and we leave. And that's a nice, like, I went into a Dunkin' Donuts right before lockdown, not obviously to get a donut, gluten will kill you, but just some coffee, taste the old country. And I go in, the woman behind the counter is like on her cell phone, like, just do. And she doesn't, like, I don't know where I'm from, they would put away real quickly and be like, oh my God, how may I help you? And no, or somewhere they might be like, 1 second, this is a lot of ways to handle it. This was her strategy, and this feels uniquely Berlin. No eye contact, just slowly shrink behind the counter. Like, oh, did you want a coffee? Well, fuck you, because I'm invisible. All right. That was, and so during our respite between lockdowns, I broke a lamp in my house. Not a lamp, the thing that hangs from the ceiling that's like contains the light bulb. It's not a lampshade, but it broke, and it was vintage, and it was glass, and it was great. And I'm like, I'm gonna go shop local. I'm not going on Amazon. I'm gonna do this. And so I go out, and I get to the first place, and I feel like the guy was like, business. He hadn't been open a while. He had to be nice to me. So he's like listening to me, even though I'm speaking German, and it's bad. It's super bad German. But it was like the thing where like I studied all the words ahead of time, and I was like, Garnish, ein Lamp Dinge, hanging. I also don't know the word in German. And then he stopped me at one point because I said, that I needed something that shed a lot of light around the room because I lived on the Erdgeschoss. Now, in German, the ground floor is called Erdgeschoss, but I said Erdgeschloss, which is Earth Castle, and it was not the word I was looking for. Like I was like, oh yeah, no, not the worst apartment in the building, not the guy who has to take all the DHL packages and deal with the weird smells from the basement, not the guy who gets broken into once a year. No, I live in the Earth Castle. So, my good man, in this Earth Castle, I require a new lampshade. Send forth archers and orcs to do battle. A young halfling with a bag of holding in which to put the lamp and bring it henceforth back to me if you did. And he was just like, okay, we can speak English now. So I'm like, yeah, I need a thing that's going to shed light. It's a ground floor, I get a light all around and it's vintage. It's kind of, I haven't really found anything like that. And this was his way, like his like, Berlin German trying to do good customer service. He listened to all that and he just goes, yeah, I think you need more time to get over the loss of your lamp. So I'm going to laugh at my own joke because I am not seeing anyone's responses whatsoever. What happened? So I was like, okay, that guy's not going to tell me this thing. So I go up the street to like the Berlin design store, or they're like, everything here is designed in Berlin. I don't know what that accent was. It's just pretentious. So this is designed in Berlin. And like, of course, it's manufactured in Malaysia, but designed here in Berlin. And so I see this thing on the table, and it's this convex bowl-like shape with a hole in the middle, and I think that would be the perfect lampshade. Would let the light in, whatever. I'm like, is this lighting decoration? Trying to get my hand in frame here, and she's like, yes, but it's also a bowl. And I'm like, lady, there's a giant hole in the middle of it. I don't think that's a good bowl. She's like, oh no. In order to make it into the bowl, you just need to add the oaken sphere. I was like, what? She's like, the wooden orb. And she gets out this ball made out of wood, plunks it down in the middle, and she's like, see, it's a bowl now. And I'm like, see, you now are an asshole. Like, how does this work exactly? Like, hanging around the kitchen, there's a knock at the door. It's like, oh, Henry, what's up? Oh, you brought oranges. Yeah, what am I gonna do? I know. Honey, where's the ladder? It's behind. Okay, I'll get the ladder and I'll go. Could you, I need you to, just kill the power, the switch, the power break, because I gotta unscrew this. I'm just gonna unscrew this light bulb. Just do the. Henry brought oranges. I'll just. Okay, I'm gonna disassemble this, get it down. I'm gonna take it out now. Yeah, getting down the. Honey, have you seen the wooden orb? The oak sphere. Yeah, I need to make this lampshade. It's like, lady, what? You can't just say a thing is another thing if you modify it, because that's true of all things. You're selling a two-seater couch here. Guess what? It's a bonfire. Is that a hand-printed, hand-screened, hand-designed in Berlin t-shirt? No, it's a jizz rag. Fuck you. I got mean at the end. It's like live when I have a connection to the audience, I don't feel as bad about saying that. Let's see. Ben, how long have I been talking for? Oh, wait, I took my headset off.
Once you hit the jizz rag, I don't know.
Yeah,
can you that was your top stuff though, isn't it? I don't want to cut you off at the.
No, it's fine. I was going to devolve into doing really bad characters that no live audience has ever thought was funny, and so I just thought like, well, I'm just going to do them now because I love them. Can I do one character for you, Ben?
Of course. All right,
this is, but you have to stay there because I want to.
Okay.
This is the little Cthulhu. All right. I want to go where the people are. I want to see them dancing. Yeah, no one likes that. It's like the Little Mermaid, but it's the Cthulhu monster.
I think we should mention at this point that Dan has a young child and has probably been watching a lot of The Little Mermaid, which is
we haven't made it to Little Mermaid. I misgendered my child. We're an Anna and Elsa household.
Oh,
hardcore into Frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, never seen the movie because we think it's too scary. But
I also had to turn it off partway through. It was too much for me. But anyhow, we all have our weaknesses. I don't want to cut you off.
Oh no, I'm done.
It's been lovely having you. I think I can also bring Simone back in because I'm sure she wants. Simone, Hello, she's here. I think she's maybe here or
Oh,
maybe
we have
not.
our own Disney musical now.
We are, exactly. I'm not sure she's theoretically there, but we're just gonna give a little. I'm gonna say my farewells myself, and I'm gonna put your socials up here, Dan.
Oh, nice.
On Instagram and Facebook and on the Twitter as well. So you can find Dan in all those places. You can see him being a spokesperson for Pit Stick and all kinds of personal care items and whatnot. We wish you all kinds of success with that, and we hope to see you back online sometime soon. Thanks a lot for taking part in this.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night, Dan. So, folks, I'm going to try to bring in Simone. Are you there? She's here. She's at least.
Bloody hell! This internet's awful.
No worries. No worries. I think we're the only
Everyone's
show in
sucking up
town.
this internet around me.
All those New Zealanders watching Jacinda Ardern speeches and things online. They can't get enough of it yet. I just wanted to say we had Dan, who was the last performer of the show, but we have another performer. It's a bonus. It's a bonus. It's a bonus that we did not put on yet because of some of the little technical acrobatics we were going through here. So we have one last special performer who's going to be closing the show for us tonight. And maybe some of us are at home right now and we're thinking to ourselves, it's weird now, but can it get even weirder? And you might be asking yourself, what is life like what's it going to be like in a couple months' time? Well, I have good news for you because there is a late night performer doing a show online by the name of Richard P. Dick Van Johnson. And he is reporting to us from his bunker in like 2 months from now. And he's going to tell us what life is like in January 2021. Okay, so we're just going to watch that, and we're kind of patching into a broadcast that he's already doing. So if you hear him interacting with some people, don't be surprised. It's like it's like CNN when they switch over to another news feed. That's what we're doing right now, and we're gonna get this all geared up to go. So let's see here. Patch over to this. Okay. So let's join this live broadcast from Richard P. Dick Van Johnson.
But possibly one of the most popular segments here on the show, possibly more popular than our guests, more popular than me, Richard, myself, the very wonderful, esteemed segment, Bunker News.
Are you ready for? Are you ready for? Are you ready for? Are you ready for the Bunker News?
Wow, boy, oh boy. The production values here have really skyrocketed. Now, if you thought Bunker News was good, how about that new jingle? I'm pretty much satisfied just with the jingle. We could just play that. It's probably the best part of the show already. Thank you. Yeah, here, let's do it again.
Are you ready for? Are you ready for the Bunker News?
Yep. So we can see what part of the show my wife prefers. And that's the jingle, and not me talking endlessly. Thank you, darling. However, we do have an incredibly exciting Bunker News for you this evening. Very exciting, in fact. Now, for those of you that have been watching regularly, you might have seen a couple of weeks ago, we had 2 flowers, not just one, but 2 flowers, very sexy, very erotic looking flowers on an orchid. Well, you better hold on to your socks because I'm about to knock them off. Check this out. Wowee. Look at all those flowers. For those of you at home that are flower horny, this is basically like Pornhub Premium for plantophiles. Look, we got a bunch of, I don't know if you can see there on the camera. Wow, they're all over me. We got also like a bunch of extra flowers still on their way. I think it's going to be about double what that is. And if you haven't installed Smell-O-Vision yet, they do smell lovely. Wow, what a fantastic geranium we have here. I'm totally blown away by how many flowers we've got this year. And I have to say, I am a little proud because I am the mother of that plant. Oh, yeah. So that was the father of that plant. Thank you for reminding me. My producer just corrected me there on some gender politics, but more on that later. Well, that was the bunker news. Let me know what you thought. Maybe you have some of your own bunker news. Do we have any comments out there that have come through? Anyone perhaps that's trying to be a comedian, want to take some of Rohit's advice on board? It says, "You do look so handsome." Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, MJ, one of our big supporters there. And what else we got? Handlebars for sure. Okay, I think it might take me a little while to grow handlebars. I think it may make me look like I just got out of prison, but MJ is a very loyal follower of ours, and I'm prepared to give it a go for you, MJ. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support. So also let me know if you have some news from your own bunker. I could potentially report on that in a couple of weeks as well. We love you, Dick. We love Dick. Who doesn't? It's Berlin. Thank you, Hadass. Very nice to see you out there in the internet world. Oh, next up, we have a circus performer. So we always have 3 fantastic performers here on this show. For budget reasons, the second performer lately has always been inanimate, but nonetheless very entertaining. So we have a very cool juggler for you. Let me just make sure get him ready. Hang on a moment. Yeah, budget cuts, but we're turning a negative into a positive here. So this is a good sir. He's a juggler, as you can see, quite a tall guy, quite handsome too, actually. And he's been juggling for many years. He's only got up to 2 balls so far because it's takes a lot of coordination, quite difficult. So let's roll the music and watch a bit of juggling, some skills. Cool. All right. Okay. That's one ball. That's another ball. All right, here we go. All right. Whoa, any countdown? Hey, that was the juggling part of the show. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fantastic. Hopefully, we'll be able to get him back on the show sometime soon.
Okay, folks, that was Richard P. Dick Van Johnson. This is a new, we're trying a new format here at the show where we have a headliner and then we have an extra international guest at the end. It's a bonus. It's a bonus guest. No show's ever done it before. And that's what we're doing. But we had to cut off Richard P. Dick Van Johnson because that feed was very expensive. We couldn't afford to have more than a few minutes of that entertainment. And of course, for those of you, you might have recognized that performer. It's a very talented person by the name of Ducky L'Orange, who does all kinds of different art forms for kids, but also racier stuff for adults. And you can find Ducky L'Orange here. You might recognize that performer from Das Supertalent on German TV. She had a very famous act where she kind of pulled sausages out of her bum. So it's something worth checking out online.
Into her bum.
Sorry,
Up
exactly.
into her bum. It was amazing. And I think the judges couldn't quite handle how funny she really was. You could really, I was really, just like, they don't understand comedy. I just thought she was great. Yeah.
Very good.
So check it out on her page, Ducky L'Orange.
Indeed. So, with that, we have reached the end of our show. And I just want to put up once again our information here for donations. So, please help us to help AHA by going to our PayPal link here, which you can also find in the description of the video. You can just click on there. It's super easy. Send us a few euros and let us know you enjoyed the show. And then we pass that along to our nonprofit venue here in Schöneberg. And we had, just to go through all the different performers tonight, we had, first of all, Tara Kilbride. We had Ori Halevi. We had Dan Stern. And we had Ducky Lorange as our final performer. And of course, it's been lovely to have all the way from New Zealand, my co-host, Simone Hudson. Great to see you, Simone.
Yes, sorry about the delays and the ins and outs. I've enjoyed it from afar, but it didn't get but it is summer here. And it's delightful, but keep safe in Berlin, keep away from all that COVID festy stuff that's seems to get closer and closer. And yeah, that's all I can say.
Very good. Yeah, Simone, we're thinking of you down there, and have a great time with your family and enjoy the beautiful weather in New Zealand. And for everyone out there watching, thanks a lot for your support. We've had a great audience tonight for the show. We love hearing all your comments, reading all your comments, and keep an eye out for information on our next Go West Comedy Online Edition. We will announce the date of that next show on our Facebook page. So for everyone out there, take care, and we'll see you in the next month or two for our next online show. Take care of yourselves.
Bye.
Bye-bye.